Hello my friends, I hope you feel happy. Perfect grade is undoubtedly something special among Gunpla with all the intricate details and features. Size doesn't matter, they say. In this case, my friends, it does. But when it comes to the PG Strike Freedom, I love it, but I was disappointed in some aspects, as I know this grade can and should be better in some areas. But I still can't deny the feeling of how great looking this piece of plastic is. The build experience was fantastic and the shelf presence is actually stunning. Well, let's go with the flow. As expected, the build was fantastic. It took me about 5 days to finish this big boy, and the only section that was frustrating was the backpack. I will give it all the details on this in a separate section as there is a lot to talk about. This box is packed with plastic as you might expect. The well-known PG instruction manual is here with a nice P-Bandai-like blue color, clear and nice as always. It is all in Japanese, but you will not have any problems while building. And if you are in need, you can always translate it using the Google Translator app. Along with the manual, you will find a nicely colored and packed with trivia booklet about the Strike Freedom and Seed Destiny with some very nice infos. Very nice addition, I must say. But it's a shame that we don't get any cool box cards or some bonuses like the manga chapter in red frame, for example, but alright, let's take a look at the plastic itself. One of the main features of this unit is the gold inner frame. Well, I mean not all gold, as we have 3 types of plastic. Pre-painted gold, some mustard gold like and yellowish gold. And unfortunately the pre-painted gold looks the best of the 3 and is the worst at the same time. I don't know if it's just my copy, so if you have one, please leave a comment on this topic, because there are some ugly painting mistakes here, and they are really bad. On the back of the knee, for example, you can see 2 different paint jobs. One is good and one is totally F up. This should never happen at this price point, and I hope it's just my copy and factory mistake. On board you will find a lot of stickers for the backpack and some for extra appearance flavor. I prefer water slides, so I put only a few of them for extra appearance. Those, let's call it gold ones for backpack, are also strange design choices in this grade. There should be a separate plastic part for that. I was really disappointed as this grade should be perfect, and yes, they are okay, but a perfect grade can and should do better. You can also find some clear parts on the wings with the sticker underneath. This time we have a regular Bandai LED part that you can also buy separately. And it works. Most of the time. That's all I can say about it. Not bad, not perfect. You can see some springs for the wing system and screw for the LED system. The armor parts look alright, they are not very detailed, but the plastic is as expected very good quality. Unfortunately, you will find knobs here and there after assembly, so be prepared for some extra cleaning. On the blue parts for the dragoons you can see some molding lines from the production process, but it's something we are used to. I love this big clear shield and how nicely it reflects the light, pure beauty. Things that are worth highlighting are the small ratchet joints for better stability. This is fantastic and works great for now, helping maintain the poses. Hope that after some time it will still do the job. But on the bad side you will find polycaps in joints. In my copy the left leg is already a little loose in the hip section. I highly advise using some top coat on them just straight out of the box. My favorite section from this build were the hands. This time we don't get pre-molded fingers, instead of that you build them on the runners. Very clever way and I love it. And those fingers as well as hands looks top. Really, One of the best, if not the best Gundam hands in the plastic world for me. Very mechanical and detailed, pure love. I built this one in the same way as the GIMMICKS is meant to build. So, inner frame first and then other armor parts, etc. I want to compare them both in terms of build and appearance. Of course, GIMMICKS is far away, over the top beauty and detailed model kit, but I think that for some, this PG will be better choice. But more about it in a separate video coming soon. Inner frame itself looks good. After some proper painting, it will look fantastic. There is a lot of details on it that will bring joy for your eyes to the moment you cover it forever with the armor parts. A lot of runners on board, so be prepared. After the build you will find zero leftovers, just some polycaps with spare parts for the backpack attachment. So yes, the build itself was overall a fantastic experience as expected in the perfect grade line. And for those who love long and immersive builds, this one will be a pure pleasure. Build process was the best part of this model kit. Now let's dive into the finished Gunpla. First of all, this one is hell big and no ground poses without some tricks here. Well-known color scheme is presented here with class, and gold inner frame makes this one really something special and unique, along with a big backpack and characteristic skirt weapons. Unfortunately, you will not witness crazy over-the-top panel lines here or mechanical details. I mean, it's okay, but other seat models like Strike for example were more detailed and more mechanical, so shame that they decided to go with the simplicity in one of the most iconic Gundam design today. They probably wanted to achieve something really special with the wing/dragoon gimmicks, but at the end it is a little in my eyes in terms of how it works and how much effort you need to put to make this workable every time. I would prefer, for example, the effect parts so much more here instead of the whole dragoon system. Big and on your face backpack with wings is something that you can truly love or hate. You can just be in the middle. In person this one is absolutely stunning. You will need some space to display this angel. Backpack without the dragoons looks absolutely beautiful on its own. This compensates for all the problems with the attachment system and weight balance. This way or another, I can't say a single bad thing about how it presents itself. Looking from the top, you can spot some nice details here and there. Just look at the head. I love all the small things here and part separation. Unfortunately, we can't open armor parts, and that is a really shame. Also, I don't like that we can spot some space here and there in head armor, especially when the LED is turned on. Looking at the chest, as expected, great looking piece, but no extra details. Silver pistons on the sides are covered by the armor, but yeah, the mechanical feeling is absolutely present. You can open the chest to see the Jesus itself. Still shame that we do not have any lights here inside the cockpit, but alright. Shoulders look great. You can open the armor parts a little here, nothing over the top, but at least this can be done. Arms are okay, and we have some small but nice details here. You can move these parts to attach the shield, but also to add some, let's call it, mechanical feel to the whole package. And hands wins the Oscar here for the best looking part of this kit. Really, love them so much. They are so detailed and mechanical that I just can't stop playing with the different poses. Waist section is alright, thanks to little joints you can move all the parts freely. Legs, of course, got the most details and armor separation with some visible silver pistons and beautiful knee opening gimmick. Like I said, fortunately the size helps with the overall perception of this model kit, and this will be a great base for a custom work. So, as a pricey canvas, this one is a perfect for those who like to go crazy with custom work. But alright, judging the design itself, absolutely fantastic. After some additional paint job, this one will be absolutely top in terms of presentation. The unit itself without the backpack is also very good looking on its own. Just take a look at that. And if it comes to gimmicks, you will be pleased by. LED light in the head, you will need 2 batteries and they are not included. You can open the shoulder armor. You can open the chest armor. Jesus! You can open this part. As mentioned, hands aren't perfect here, but not only thanks to appearance. You have a really nice band here that shows the gold part. It adds a great feel to this model. Little gimmick, but I love this kind of stuff. You can do a little slide here. You can extend the hip section for some posing, and this is cool. Both are separate and the mechanism works great. Nice opening armor band in the knee along with the thigh opening armor. You can also adjust this section a little. If you like, you can extend it even for bigger rotation. Little opening gimmick in the foot. And for the wings there will be a whole separate section, so just wait a little, wait a little. Well, yeah, here we are. Well, backpack is attached just by a single big part and it does the job well. In the package you will find a spare part for the back, which is really good. But the Dragoon system is in general over-designed. Dragoons after assembly just don't work like they should. I needed to check everyone twice if the springs works perfectly, and it was a very frustrating process. So there is a simple solution for that. You need to make a little space in this part to make the spring work correctly. This is a weird and yeah, I don't like it at all. This almost ruined the whole experience with this model. Also, if you want to put them on some display, you need to do a workaround, as you will not find any regular holes to put it on the stands. When you achieve perfect balance, you can now attach them to the wing arms. And it's also a little tricky. Now you can choose if you want to display it in the base form, slightly open or fully open. Also, it's worth to mention that any bad touch will trigger the mechanism and unlock the Dragoon, so you need to be careful with posing. Yes, yep, frustrating as hell. The biggest issue here is disassembling the Dragoons. Just look at that. So look, watch out with the force, as you can easily break the parts here. In the wings itself you will find a gear mechanism in the form of a ratchet joint. When you move them they will open a little. Big plus here is that the whole thing is nicely movable and you can do a lot of poses thanks to that if you manage the weight. But also, yeah, the weight is your enemy, so with the Dragoons on you will feel that the joints can't handle it like they should. It will become loose very quickly, so out of the box you can't expect that wings will hold the weight with all Dragoons attached, so just watch out for that. Personally, I just prefer it without them. Wings look cool on their own and you can pose them with no problems. So in my case I need to do some custom little stands for Dragoons or they will just land in the box. So stickers, assembling and disassembling, I must be honest here, they are not perfect by any means. On the other side, just look at that. This is in fact very nice looking. This is a very nice looking piece of a model, hard to deny its presence. Just a little bittersweet at the end in my opinion. Now let's take a look at the accessories we have here. Well, great looking beam sabers that can be attached, and now Jedi can't stand a chance in combat. I love this weapon. Simple as it is, it brings a great vibe and also is great for dynamic poses. Unfortunately, I broke the attachment part during some posing, so I will probably glue it anyway. Both handles have 3 points of attachment to the head, so you can change the position a little. Still, the perfect mechanism presented in Mark II should be a standard in perfect grade line. As a reminder, there was a peg on a ball joint, so you can do whatever you want with the position. This should be a standard for this model line, and I think for all hands in all grades that have movable fingers. When not in use, you can simply store it on the side skirt part. And speaking of which, on the skirts you will find nicely detailed railguns. You can extend the barrel, open the mechanism, and now you can shoot the bad guys. And also put them on the back with this little trick. Thanks to that, you can now store other things here. This absolutely cool high energy beam rifle. They look absolutely fantastic. You can transform them into long range beam rifle, which look both cool and deadly. Just look at them. Due to weight balance, it can perform every pose you can imagine, and most of the time you will need to use the help of second arm, but it looks lovely anyway. And unfortunately, I broke the holding mechanism in one of them, so be careful in this section. Both have separate transfer mechanism. In one you just simply pull this part, nice opening gimmick here, and in the second you extend this part and slide down this little one. Now you are ready to go. I really love this weapon, and the transformation gimmick is very cool, and as separate pieces they present themselves great. Next we have this very nice looking shield. Love the clear part and all the reflection that it comes with. You can attach it to both left and right side, just be careful as it's not fitted well and it will fall off really easily. They also included a stand, which is really great. It has 3 positions that you can use. And last but not least, this little Jesus figure. So very nice accessories on board, and I'm very happy with them. If it comes to posability, thanks to nice joints movements, overall this big boy can do some really nice dynamic poses. Even without this epic backpack, Strike Freedom presents itself with a class and a great vibe. PG Strike Freedom is absolutely fantastic for photography. Thanks to size, good posability and very dynamic wing movement, you can take photos all day and have fun with it. I love it! Now let's just take a quick look at the size with other Gunplas. They look so small. So let's do a proper comparison with some big boys. Or girls. So well, if you are a Seed Machines fanatic like myself, go grab it if your credit card can handle this one. After a little frustration with the backpack, it is a really feast for the eyes that compensates all bad things here on board. Great build, a lot of plastic, great base for custom work, and overall, I think you will be very happy with it. Still, it's a big investment, so you should consider the price point here. If you are not a big fan of the design, or let's say seat series, just pass it. Invest your money in something that you really love, design-wise, and will bring you pure joy and experience of a perfect great line. Mark II, for example, impressed me more thanks to all the great features and mechanical details, and it's way cheaper and also older kit, so you know. PG Strike Freedom is mainly for those who love big and on-your-face displays. It is in fact centerpiece of my collection now, and it's hard to deny that it's stunning looking piece of a model kit. It was very hard to give this one a proper score, as I don't want to hurt all the good things that come with the package. If you have any questions about this model, just hit me in the comment section. So, thank you all for today, and see you virtually in my next episode. Ciao!